What is going on, guys? Happy New Year's, or maybe Merry Christmas. How are you having a good Martin Luther King Day, aka Black People Day? Are you caked up on Valentine? I don't know when this is gonna come out, but no matter when it comes out and where you are, I hope you are having a wonderful day, a blessed day at that. And let's hop into it. As you can see, we're going to be talking about what if Nin was in, right? That's the original topic of Nin. But then after thinking about it, it's going to be what if Nin was in My Hero. And we're going to break them down into character points. Short, sweet, straight to the point. You know what I mean? So we're going to start with Deku. I mean, come on. It's his story. He's the main character. Why not just start off with the one that everyone knows, right? Whether you hate him or love him, and I don't know anyone who hates Deku. I think he's a very hard character to hate. Let's kind of dive into what he would be if they also had, Aura in My Hero, because that's not a power system that would actually break the power system of My Hero. It actually could mix very well with it. Maybe one of the easiest power systems to mix with Nin, because it's based off of a genetic trait versus something like chakra or ki, which are very similar to Aura, just basically a different name with different concepts behind them. So since we're not mixing something of that way, this is a good topic to start off with. So with Deku and all the characters after Deku, we're going to be basing their Nin type off of their personality, because there's no other way to base it. We don't really have anything else that can, give us a outline of what these people's aura would be outside of using their quirk as the original concept of it. Basically, if all of the people in My Hero who have quirks were just Nin geniuses, where they were using quirks without the, concept. Not using quirk. We're using Nin without the concept of Nin, which we might do a video on that too. What their quirks would be if it was replaced with Nin. I'm tossing that around, thinking I might do both simultaneously, actually. But with this one, we're just going to be talking about their personality, because that's what we can do. Okay, there, got it, bam, Deku. So, Deku. He's the protagonist, You know his emotions. It's pretty obvious when he's happy or he's sad or he's scared or whatever the case may be. He's honest, a very honest person. So off jump, I wanted to say Deku would be an enhancer, right? And that even works well with what his quirk is, or what his quirk that he received is. It's an enhancer. Like, it enhances him. It is perfect. But then I thought about it. I really dived into it, and I had to change it. I think Deku is a manipulator. Now, if you think he's a enhancer based off of his Soul's personality test, I understand. Like, I'm right there with you. Like, that's a really strong second place for me. But I went with manipulator, right? Because I think a lot of people in shonen are just gonna look like an enhancer, but their psyche past that might be something else. And so with Deku, the thing that made me really go with he's not an enhancer, he's a manipulator, is the fact that manipulators ignore what others say when it comes to pursuing their own goals, right? And with that being said, I think that he does that a lot. I mean, you think about his goal to be the best hero, to be a hero as good as All Might, but he had no quirk to be a hero, but he continuously pursued it, even to the point that before he had a quirk, he had already applied to UA, which is one of the top hero training programs, and he wasn't going to be a support guy. Like, he wasn't going for general education. He was going to be a hero, you know what I'm saying? He was trying to be Saitama, who I can't wait to do a One Punch Man version of this, because I adore One Punch Man. But he was trying, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was trying to just go in. He wasn't really going in swinging. I don't know what Deku was going to do. I don't. But I do think that he'll be a manipulator because of that. I also think manipulators are logical. I think if you look at Deku, where that decision might not seem logical, everything else he does is logical. He's very analytical. He breaks down his opponents. He breaks down what he should do. He thinks very, very hard. He's a very tactical person. And another trait of them is that they're argumentative. Deku's a little timid. I'm not gonna lie to you. Deku's a little timid. But when you see what he cares about, he argues. He does. Because when they want to rescue Bakugo, he argues that they shouldn't leave him. They can't leave him. Even though he understands why they shouldn't do it, he also wants to do it. And he's like, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm not going to drag you into it, but it's going down. You know what I'm saying? Like, young jock. It's going down. Ooh, that was weird. I shouldn't do that again. But it is. That is Deku. So that's what makes me, really say, yeah, he's a manipulator. He might be an enhancer, you know what I'm saying? Like, he could be an enhancer, but he's a manipulator. And so, with Nin being really, I think it is my favorite power system because it makes everything within the universe of Hunter x Hunter very exciting to watch because you don't know what they're going to do, and it doesn't all look the same. They're very unique, but they work, generally speaking, within the realm of the universe. I want to know how to change the styles of the people in other universes. How would it change their fighting style? Now, because we're not taking quirks away and replacing it with Nin, some characters won't change a lot. And unfortunately, Deku, I think, is one of those characters. Now, it's not that I don't think Deku's Nin type could change his fighting style a lot. I think Deku has a Nin type that goes very, very, very much against what type of fighting style he has. I don't think that they match well, which is why I don't think that it would be a style that would change his, because I don't think it's a style that he would really find necessary to pick up on. I think he might use emission, or which he'll have an 80% efficiency in, a lot more than he will his manipulating aura type, which is the one that he should specialize in, or the one that would be best fitted for him. And my reason before that is because of the concept of manipulating people in My Hero would probably be looked at as a more villainous technique. And given the fact that we already know that if you look into it, you'll notice that villains normally have very evil-like quirks, like being able to decay somebody or be able to steal someone's quirk, or they're deformed, they're monster looking, they look, or they have a villainous trait behind them, even to where Gang Orc was voted the most villain looking hero. Like, it's a concept, is you look like a villain. And if you think about that in society as a whole, like real society, if someone said that would be really rude, right? Like, you look like a thief. Why? But because you're black. You're racist. You know what I mean? Like, he's very black and white in that regard. And My Hero is a little more gray, but it's still that. Oh, I wouldn't use this quirk because villains use this quirk. And I think that's how he would feel about that Nin type. Is villains use this Nin type. Now, what I think he would use it for, though, is to use his aura to manipulate non-living things like a robot or a machine or something to help out with rescue operations. That way he could focus primarily on the fighting of the villains. So I do think that would help him as he grows as a hero to be able to multitask. Instead of having to go from person to person and fight villains, he could distribute the task. Now, what I think would work really well with Deku is the emission types, which I mentioned a little earlier. And emission types are very commonly just thought of as beams, right? They're just far range attacks, they're blasts. Now, that's not what emission actually is. So being an emission type just means you can emit your aura out longer and have more control of it, and it'll last longer than most other people. So where most people might think of it as just beams, because that's how it's commonly used, you could also just have your emission type go out farther so you can manipulate things further. I wish I had more. Let me back up further. I want to keep my hands in the picture than other people. But I do think he would primarily use it for beams. I think that if you think about his little flick attack, which normally breaks his fingers, I think that instead of being able to do that, he would shoot beams at people just similar to Bakugo's Flames, or Todoroshi's Ice, something that would help him, that would assist him with opponents he couldn't get in on. Possibly trying to find a way to control his aura, to maybe trap somebody with these to restrict their movements. But that's what I really think would be it. And most characters will have at least two 80% efficiency aura types, but depending on where you land, your other aura type is the specialization type, which you cannot learn. You cannot train that. You can't have any efficiency with that. You're either born with it or you're not. You can grow into it as well, but like it's not something that you can gift yourself. You can't say I'm going to train to do this. You either have it or you don't, man. It's just the juice. It's just you either got the juice, you don't got the juice. You can't pick. But yeah, man. So that's the first installment of What If Nen was in My Hero Deku Edition, or What If Deku Had Nen. It's probably what it's going to be called. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I do. This should be up on Christmas. So Merry Christmas if you're seeing this after Christmas. Happy New Year's, or happy day. Okay. Follow me on Twitter. Comment down below if you have other ideas or other characters you want to talk about. I'm gonna probably do this. I'm gonna try to do 4 a month of this specific one with specific characters, maybe 8 a month, because this is fun. Just discussing it is fun. Thinking about it is fun, and it's a lot better than how I originally planned on doing this. I think this will help a lot. So yeah, man. I hope you guys are having a blessed day, a blessed year, a blessed whatever, and I will see you next time. Peace.